Welcome to the organizational meeting of the New York State Bridge Authority this May 19, 2011. Since our last meeting, our chairman, up for the past several years, Jim Sprout, has submitted his resignation from the board, so as vice chair, I'm presiding over the meeting. As it is our organizational meeting, we're also required to elect a new chair and take care of some other appointments to boards and so forth. So I had contacted the other members of the board and said I'd be willing to serve as chair, and there wasn't too much of an uproar about that. So I guess I'll entertain a motion to allow me to continue sitting at this end of the table.
I'll so move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We'll double your pay too.
All right. We also have a resolution appointing the following officers for the Board of Commissioners. Vice Chair will be our Commissioner, Richard Gerentine. Oh, I should have, well, that's regular meeting. I introduce everybody, right? We'll do it then. Our Vice Chair will be Richard Gerentine. Our Secretary is Joe Ruggiero. I keep saying it wrong.
No,
Is it I-O or is it?
Nailed it right on.
Okay. No, I'll never do it again. No. The General Counsel is Carl Whitback, and the Treasurer is Brian Bushek. Is there a motion to accept this resolution?
So moved.
Second.
Congratulations, everybody. Richard, a big bump up.
All right, I'm big time.
We're going to hold off on your salary, though. See if you perform well, and then we'll consider it.
We also have a
Just look at my
resolution
can.
appointing an audit committee, and Commissioner Roger Higgins has agreed to chair the committee, and the members of that committee would be Roger, Vane Lashua, and myself. Is there a motion to accept that resolution?
So,
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
We also have our Finance Committee, which continue to be chaired by now Vice Chair Richard Gerentine. It's other members. Oh, is it? See, you've been
Bumped out.
I've been bumped out again.
no
Okay.
problem.
So the chair will be Rod Dressel, and the members are Richard Gerentine and Joe Romaligan. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And our final, this is our final committee is the Governor's Committee, and this one is chaired by Richard Gerentine with members Vane Lashua and Roger Higgins. Is there a motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We have our schedule of meetings for the year, which is always, I believe, the third Thursday of the month, and all the dates are spelled out for the next 12 months. Is there a motion to accept the resolution?
So move.
Second.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Joe, I hope you don't object too strenuously on the next one. This is our time to designate which staff will be designated as police officers in the state of New York. The motion's a little different than in past years. At this point, we are designating only Brad Morit as our police officer under New York State law. Is there a motion to accept the resolution?
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Finally, as part of organizational, we're required to file an annual storm water management report. A public hearing meeting was conducted, and is there any comment at this point? Any further comment? I understand there's been no public comment received to date. So if we accept the motion, all those in favor of the motion to file the storm water report? Is there a second?
Second.
And I believe that ends our organizational meeting. The next item is, last month, the Governance Committee, I believe, had an agenda item pulled, and it's back for your review at this point. And so the next course of business will be a meeting of that committee to consider that item. did we come out of session of our organizational meeting?
We close the organization
All right.
meeting and
I
open.
move
Is there a
to
mo-
close the organizational meeting.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
That meeting is closed.
We should open the governance meeting.
Yes, I have a motion to open the government committee meeting.
So moved.
Second. We had a meeting on April 21st. We can reconsider the table employee personnel policies and consider recommendations to the board as follows. Physical qualifications for certain drivers' policies. We had a discussion. The rest of the board was very much aware of this. We would, as a board, I'd like to make a recommendation to present it to the full board. Someone make a motion? Roger?
So moved.
Second? Second. Any discussion? If not, roll call, and we'll take action as a full board later in the meeting, correct? All right. Anything else that you'd like to bring forth?
We want to adopt the minutes of the April
Oh, okay,
21st
I'm
meeting.
sorry. Also, a motion to adopt the minutes of the April.
So moved.
20th.
Second.
Second. Any discussion? If not, roll call. All in favor, say aye. Any other items? If not, a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second. Second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Back to the regular meeting.
Okay. So now I'm going to convene the regular board meeting of the New York State Bridge Authority for May 19. Seated at the table on my left is Commissioner Rod Dressel, Commissioner Vane Lashua, Commissioner Roger Higgins, Commissioner Joe Ramalia, Commissioner, now Vice Chair Richard Gerantine, Council Giff Whitbeck, and Executive Director Joe Ruggiero.
Just, there is an amended agenda on the table for all the board members.
And my name is Francis Vaselio, and I'm the new chair, and I just want to mention that I'm sure all the members of this board wish to thank James Sprout for his service, and I found him very friendly and easy to work with, and I, for one, will miss his service here. I'm sure all of you would be join with me in wishing well in his retirement as a commissioner from the board. We have an amended agenda, so before we start, I think we should adopt the agenda as adopted.
So
That's
moved.
before you now.
Second.
All in favor? Okay. We have a couple of sets of minutes. We have one set of minutes and one amendment to adopt. In your packet, you'll see that from our December 16th board minutes, we actually took action that the portion dealing with this issue was left out of the minutes we adopted the following month. So we need to adopt a resolution amending the minutes that we adopted to include this action. Is there a motion to amend?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And now we have the minutes from our April 21st board meeting. If there's a motion to accept those minutes?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so now we can start with the amended agenda, and the first item I have is administration. We have travel authorization for the IAG Executive Committee.
Good afternoon. Yeah, the item I have under administration, in accordance with the authority's travel guidelines, requesting an overnight stay in Wilmington, Delaware on June 8th and 9th to attend the Easy Pass Interagency Group. It's the regular bi-monthly Executive Management Committee meeting, and it's being paired with our annual strategic planning session. So it's a two-day meeting. And requesting overnight stay in Wilmington for me and for either Joe or Tara to accompany me.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
That was quick.
Engineering and maintenance.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Our engineering department is here.
Did we adopt the minutes from the April 21st meeting?
We did.
No, I just,
Okay.
Went so fast.
Very good. Well, we opened bids on the street light pole replacement project down at Bear Mountain, and we got some excellent prices. They're on the back of that memo there. Low bid was from an outfit from Newburgh, which is a woman-owned business. We're pleased to make their acquaintance. And their bid was in order. The specs meet our RFP, so we'd like to recommend award in the amount of $17,732 to Mid-Island Electrical Supply of Newburgh, New York.
So moved. Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Next up, I guess we'll discuss the 2009 Port Security Grant. The
This
grant
was an
application.
added item here to the amended agenda.
Our application was accepted just recently for a grant that would actually enhance the camera system that's ongoing now, also as a Homeland Security grant. So this enhancement would involve sensors, that would help people that operate the cameras to figure out which one to look at instead of watching a still picture, more or less, that you would normally get from our security camera. So this covers all 5 facilities. There's 2 different grants, one for the suspension bridges involving the anchorages, and the other grant for the 3 truss bridges. We would be responsible for 25% of the cost of the project, and we get 75% reimbursed.
Did we have money appropriated for this?
Yep.
On the capital plan, yeah. Next year.
Next year?
Yeah.
All right.
Is there a motion to accept the resolution?
So moved.
Second. All in favor? Aye.
Thank you. And our final item, our jobs in progress. We are well underway down at Newburgh with our lead abatement and repainting project. This week has been a little slow with the weather, but we're on schedule. We expect to complete that job this construction season. I guess we need a resolution for the jobs.
Do I hear a motion to adopt a resolution on the job?
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Bill, just one question. Is there any, with all this rain, has there been any stormwater abatement problems, issues?
No, we've been keeping our drains clean. I did take a hike with Scenic Hudson on the property to the south. There are some issues over there that Scenic Hudson's responsible for. But we're just being a good neighbor, trying to help out. All right, thanks.
And now it's time for our financial review.
Okay, fairly light month. First thing up would be the investment report. 4 purchases were made for the month. The routine monthly debt service, the maintenance reserve fund had a maturity that was not used, needed to pay bills, so we rolled that to pay bills in August. The revenue fund, we set aside some money for year-end bills, and the largest was in the debt service reserve fund. We had a New York State obligation come due. It matured. We put together a temporary investment to pursue better options because it seems that finding the equivalent yield in the market at this time is just not feasible. It's very challenging at the moment, and unfortunately, even to give you an indication of how difficult it is to achieve a substantial return, we invested $3.1 million for 30 days, and we made $41.20.
That paid Francis' salary.
I haven't seen that much.
Okay.
As long as they didn't charge you.
Believe it or not, on some of the shorter term obligations, there's a negative yield at certain points in time. It's that difficult, and having spoken to both our trustee and our financial advisor, everyone's saying the same thing.
Just let the board know what we were anticipating for interest for the year, and we're realizing we're not going to make it.
We were anticipating someplace near $400,000 for the year, and because a substantial portion of that, approximately $140,000, $150,000 last year, came from the debt service reserve fund, we more than likely will not make that. Okay.
And the So that's a combination of lower balances to invest and the lower rates?
You know, in this particular area, it's really more toward lower rates. Okay, the balances themselves, yes, are lower, especially in the maintenance reserve fund. However, where we're really taking a hit is in the debt service reserve fund, where we had some New York State debt out and some older treasury obligations that we're just paying much better returns. All right. When John had obtained them a couple of years ago, his expectation was that interest rates would have rebounded by now.
Is there a motion to accept the,
If you want, if I may, I'm sorry, the next page, the investment inventory. Basically, it's very similar to last month with the exception of the debt service reserve. Obviously, as I spoke of, the loss of the New York State investment, I replaced it by a 1-month interim T-bill, and also there was a $1 million maturity in that fund that matured at the end of the month, so it was sitting in cash. It'll be back next month. In addition to that, we had managed to go and catch up in closing the periods a little better, so you'll see February and March as far as the interest income and yield. Still fairly flat, and the fluctuation that you see in February is largely a result of the number of days in February is fewer than March and January. So, because we calculate interest on the day.
Are we going to talk about the trying to replace the loans that Joe sent a note around about?
Refinancing the debt.
Refinancing the debt.
Yeah, we're in the process of.
I mean, or does that come up later?
That'll be coming up in June.
Effectively, right now, we have an RFP issued for underwriters. Okay, we're creating a pool of underwriters consistent with what the recommendations are from the financial advisor. And as soon as that RFP, as soon as we receive the proposals, we'll be selecting underwriters to come back to the board with the June meeting. Okay, at that point in time, we would be pursuing it.
Given the circumstances, is there any hope that we'll get anybody to buy the debt? I mean, is that? Think so?
Yeah. We just had our bond rating reaffirmed. You know, if our debt isn't going to be bought, then there's major issues going on throughout the state of New York and in the world.
Well, Joe just
I mean,
told
about
you
this, if we only made $40 on our bonds, then.
Well, that's just it. Right now, the cover of the Wall Street Journal yesterday showed a bunch of corporate treasurers were trying to issue as much debt as possible right now because it's a great time to borrow. Okay, if we can go and pull this together and get an issue set for the middle of June, we will be in great shape. Okay, it will save. I believe the last estimate was over $2 million.
So. But not this fiscal year. It would be over the term of the debt.
It would be over the remaining term of the debt.
That's right. So, is there any chance that the two things will cover each other, the $400,000 loss and?
I think we'll still keep a portion of the $400,000 until I.
Not a loss.
Right. This would more than likely, over the 5 years, it would more than offset the reduction in investment income. Okay, provided obviously interest rates don't move substantially between now and next month when we try to pursue a deal.
is there a motion to accept the resolution?
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Thank you.
Thank you. No human resources, information technology.
Good afternoon. I got 4 items with me today. First is our Port Security Monthly Procurement Report. We saw expenses of $4,733 towards the ITS projects for the past month, leaving us a balance of $337,706.77. There is no resolution with this, simply a report to you. The second item I have is our Jobs in Progress Report. Dark fiber has been completed, terminated, tested. We're now awaiting population of that fiber. So we're in good shape there. This will not be on the report for next month.
We signed our deal with Time Warner yesterday. It was announced, and check for the first month rent should be coming shortly. And the press has hit as far out as state of what? Oregon?
Seattle.
Seattle.
And instead of what?
So getting some interesting press.
They're very concerned about this.
Don't know.
Okay, and the next item I have, the Omni-Air testing, no change from last month. We're anticipating it to be complete this month, and I'll report back, let you know when it's done. ITS video integration project, the construction has been advertised, bids received, and we are anticipating bringing that to you in June for approval, and we will be able to go over the results of that bid. The UPS battery replacement program, we're still in the process of replacing the batteries at our various systems, and again, I'll report back when that project is complete. And the same with the touchscreen replacement program. The requisition's been issued. We're waiting approval and receipt of the monitors. Once we have them, they'll be put into the lanes, and that will take care of the touchscreen replacement program. There is a resolution attached to this.
Is there a motion to accept the jobs in progress report? Second. All in favor? Aye.
The next item is the ITS maintenance funding for TransDigm. TransDigm is our ITS maintenance consultant. Their responsibility is means of the camera system, variable message sign, lane use signals, and other intelligent transportation systems that exist on our facilities. You had approved a $50,000 funding back in December of 2009. We have since exhausted that and are requesting a replenishment of $50,000. This money is billed as the work is done, so it's not an upfront payment.
And does this 50 currently exist within our budget for the?
Yes, it does.
Is there a motion to replenish this account out of the current budget?
So moved.
Second? All in favor?
Thank you. And lastly is our Microsoft licensing services. We go out through OGS contract for our Microsoft licensing. It's a 3-year license contract. The amount for that contract is $69,760, and it is paid in 3 installments annually. This is the last of 3 installments at $23,204.57.
Is there a motion to
Motion to
accept?
accept.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Now, the executive directors are nice.
Yeah, we have a.
Oh, that's right. We've got an
Resolution for
operation.
operations.
There was an addition here, travel request.
Right, Frank Mazzella to attend an IAG conference, IVTPA conference in, I believe, Maryland, coming up on May 25th and 26th.
Is there a motion to accept that?
So moved.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
You have my monthly expense report that shows no expenses, the traffic classification comparison report. Revenues are still below what they were this time last year, which further puts the stresses on the authority in terms of the budget. And then we've given you some news coverage of the authority that's been in the papers in last month.
Now, last month when we discussed the drop, we attributed a portion of that to the weather.
Yeah.
What do we think about March?
$4 a gallon.
Gas prices.
There's the same trend that we saw with hello 09. We're at the 09 revenue levels. So it's attributed to the high cost of gas. People are just avoiding any discretionary traffic travel. It's all impacting.
And as Joe mentioned, we had some news articles included for people to see the coverage, different things that were going on with us.
Except those reports.
Oh, do we have to accept them?
Well, not the news articles, but the other reports.
Is there a motion to accept the traffic classification comparison report?
So moved.
Second? All in favor?
There's some items under attorney comments.
Yeah, and what about the new business stuff? What we're gonna do with that now? You go to that first before we turn it on?
maybe we should come back out of attorney-client and switch it.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
Okay.
I would like to entertain a motion to adjourn to attorney-client privilege to discuss a couple of matters before us, and then we'll resume our regular board meeting after that.
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we're reconvening. Do we need a resolution to reconvene? Or no, we can just reconvene. The May meeting of the New York State Bridge Authority. We have a couple of items under new business. The first item deals with a compensation plan. Is there a motion to table?
Motion to table.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. The second item is a report that came through the governance committee earlier today, deals with qualification for drivers. Is there a motion
So
to accept the resolution?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
The third item is, is it a resolution to join or just to accept?
No.
We're accepting an agreement that's part of the Poughkeepsie Dutchess County Transportation Council. And if there's no objections, if anyone's in favor, make a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I believe this directs you to sign.
Yes.
The fourth item we have here has to do with indemnification of a vendor who's doing work for us, TRMI. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And the fifth motion deals with family leave for a member of the staff dealing with an illness in the family.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Is there any other business that anybody wants to take up today? No? Okay, I can take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
We're adjourned.